Eastern Conference Finals is here, and the favorites to win it all have made it with relative ease. Before we speak about the Eastern Conference Finals matchup, let's take a look at the performances leading up to this point. The Boston Celtics. They've won both of their games in gentleman sweep fashion, winning 4 times and losing only once. Ironically, their one loss was at home in Game 2 to both the Miami Heat and the Cleveland Cavaliers. However, they avenged their losses, winning the subsequent 2 road games and blowing both of them out in Game 5. There are some people that are saying that the Boston Celtics got an easy matchup against the Miami Heat because they were without Jimmy Butler, and the Cleveland Cavaliers, who were without Jarrett Allen and Donovan Mitchell. But that's totally out of the Boston Celtics' control. The Miami Heat is a team that beat them last year. So, it's up for debate, definitely. I do believe that the Boston Celtics could have beaten both of these teams this year, but we're straying away from the point. They're matched up against the Indiana Pacers, and if you think the Celtics face injury-ridden teams, what are you going to say about the Pacers? The Pacers, first of all, they faced a Milwaukee Bucks team that didn't have Giannis in a 6-game series. No Giannis for the entire series. And also, Damian Lillard was facing injury problems for the entirety of the series, except for Game 1. The weird thing about it is the guy who's known for the injuries, in Chris Middleton, he played every single game of the series, playing very well, I must add. But the Pacers did what they had to do and they got the job done. They then went on to face the New York Knicks team, who went in with injuries and came out with even more. They went in missing players like Julius Randle, and they came out with Jalen Brunson getting injured in Game 7, Josh Hart injuring his abdomen but continued playing through it. What a warrior he is. OG Anunoby and Mitch Robinson also getting injured within the series. OG Anunoby did come back, but it was too little too late. The Pacers, they managed to get past the New York Knicks in a 7-game series, and they shot the lights out in Game 7. They're going to need that for sure if they're going to beat the Boston Celtics, because one of their biggest weaknesses is rebounding. You saw it in the Knicks game especially. Josh Hart had the series of his career, in my opinion, and I see Jason Tatum having the same thing. That leads me to saying I think Jason Tatum is going to win the Larry Bird Trophy. He's going to be the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. In this playoffs, he has been crashing the boards. In a total of 10 games, he's gotten 10 or more rebounds in 8 of them. I expect him to get over whatever his rebound line is. I believe it's 10.5. I expect him to cross the 10.5 rebounds line, especially if the Pacers don't shoot that well. I don't expect them to be shooting the lights out like they did in Game 7. I see the Pacers struggling a lot to get their shots off. Pascal Siakam, he has not had such a great playoffs. Yes, he is the most experienced player in the playoffs for the Pacers, but the entire team, they're new to this kind of moment, and they're going to see a lot of problems in that regard. They are brave. They are going to take it in their stride, but the Celtics are seasoned vets when it comes to this kind of stage, and I don't see the Celtics fumbling, especially in Game 1. I see the Indiana Pacers struggling to at least find their form. They're going to be able to get shots off. The play for that one has got to be Pascal Siakam under in points. I see his bad form continuing. Definitely got to pick the Celtics in 4. I think they're going to get a sweep. They're going to use that time to recover, rest up, Even if they don't get it done in 4, they're going to get it done in 5 like they did with the other series. The game is really going to be over as Kristaps Porzingis comes back, but the Celtics should be good enough to hold off the Pacers with or without Porzingis. Injuries are not that much of a problem in this series, and hopefully it stays that way. This has been my preview for the Eastern Conference Finals. Be sure to leave a like, comment what you think of them down below. What do you think of the Eastern Conference Finals and all the injuries that have been plaguing this playoffs? Subscribe, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Twitter, support the channel on the Patreon, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, game time.